Good morning and welcome back. Well, concussion awareness coming to the forefront of student athletics, and it goes well beyond the football season. Joining us this morning from Gunderson Health System to discuss the problem is Ryan Henke. Ryan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Now, for those who don't know, what exactly is a concussion? What does that sort of injury involve?
Concussion is a mild traumatic brain injury. Usually occurs when somebody or something hits their head. Either could be on the floor, another player, and results in some sort of signs and symptoms that are equivalent with a concussion.
And this doesn't necessarily, the signs and symptoms don't necessarily happen right away.
No, sometimes it takes a monitoring period. Sometimes they present themselves immediately after the impact occurs, such as dizziness, headache, blurry vision. Other times it takes a few, hours, minutes, days even to start developing the symptoms.
And this is something that athletic trainers, physicians tend to watch in athletes if they've had a bump on the head. Now, with regard to the sports season, we hear about it a lot in football, but how prevalent is it during the winter?
It's actually very common during all winter sports because you have a lot of impact sports, including basketball, ice hockey. Snowboarding has a lot of fall injuries that could potentially result in a concussion type injury. Gymnastics as well.
Yeah, I find that interesting because we think about it a lot with the sports with helmets, like football and hockey to some extent, but like you mentioned, basketball, gymnastics, it's just sort of one of those things that can happen with a fall.
Exactly. All those sports have instances during gameplay, during practices, that have contact situations, that have falls. Wrestling as well, they have protective headwear as well as mats, but when somebody falls, trips, or picks up and was slammed down, that impact against the mat with their head can result in a concussion.
What's the risk if a concussion isn't treated properly?
There's a lot of news out there about second impact syndrome of an athlete developing a second concussion on top of the first one. But that's why a lot of schools and different activities have athletic trainers or medical professionals out there. We're trying to give out the information to the students, the student athletes, the coaches, just to be aware of signs and symptoms that if they do start feeling these or they do see an impact happening, that they do monitor and alert somebody that has a little more knowledge about it.
Yeah, again, just something to be aware of, and if it happens, address rather than not address and risk the possible consequences of it. Ryan, thank you so much for discussing this with us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.